Hi, everyone, and welcome into the Players Club presented by Pepsi. I'm Renee Washington, joined by former Washington football team stars and two of the hardest working men covering football, Fred Smoot, D'Angelo Hall. I want to first get into the kickoff presented by Inova, the official health system of the Washington football team, and you can find out more at inova.org. Now, before we look ahead, fellas, to the Bills game on Sunday, let's look back. Since we haven't had a chance to recap that win over the Giants, obviously came down to a game-winning field goal. Controversial penalty, gets the second chance, and Dustin Hopkins made the most of it. But it wasn't a pretty win, but it was a win.
Yeah.
What do you take away from this win?
Ugly, pretty, doesn't matter. It's a W. When you look back at the schedule, you're going to say it's a W. Is it a game that the Giants feel like they gave away, then lost? Yeah, but guess what? Our team had to step up to that chance and make them plays, and they did. So I'm with them on that one. Take every game and make every play.
Yeah, not easy to watch that film, but like Fred said, it's 100% easier to watch that film after a win than it ever will be after a loss, because you just think about all the bad plays, all the mistakes that you made, and you just, you want to get an opportunity to get out there on the football field and redeem yourself. So with a win, a lot easier to look at the film, but there's a lot of stuff that this football team needs to clean up,
But at least we got the monkey off our back when it came to Daniel Jones. Because
goodness
we have
gracious.
never beat Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy. We have never beat Daniel Jones until that day, and it took a game. Not a fluke game, but a game like that full of mistakes
that you weren't supposed to
win.
win. But last year we probably should have won a game or two against the Giants, and so it kind of all evens itself out in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, definitely one we should have, that we happy we got the monkey off our back.
Definitely, and looking at that game, I know we talked beforehand about Taylor Heineke and the offense in general, but another player that's been on the other side of all these quarterback changes, Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry,
Yes.
4 targets against the Chargers, 14 against the Giants, had a huge game, a touchdown in the game, and we're seeing some progress, especially in finding him and getting the offense going.
I feel good for Terry. Listen to me. He don't complain. He just goes out and does his job. He's had 9 starting quarterbacks. 9 starting quarterbacks. Has not said a word. He just keep on grinding. I got to respect him. The reason I didn't play wide receiver, because I couldn't take my world and my life into my own hands. You have to have a good quarterback to be a great receiver. He just keeps on working. He's a lunch pail guy.
He does. It's times, though, I wish Terry would be kind of a
Mouthy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit, because when you're that much better than the other guy across from you, right, that DB, or when you've put that work in, and at the end of the day, I want the opportunity to prove to y'all that I can help us win the game. Like, I need him to be more a part of this offense. I just think we're a much better football team when he gets those type of targets. Not saying you got to force him to football, but it's times even, in the course of that game when he was open that I didn't see him get the ball thrown to him. And I'm thinking every time Terry McLaurin is out there, that's the number one matchup, because I'm looking to see, unless he has one of the top 2-3 corners in the league guarding him, I feel like he can win any matchup.
Yep.
I think we all love that Terry just head down, works his butt off, worker's mentality. But sometimes I wish he did have a little bit of that diva mentality where it's like, dude, give me that ball, give me the football, give me the football. This is why. And when you see him make catches like he made against the Chargers, I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
that
Terry,
play.
do not write a book. Throw me the damn ball. Just don't write a book.
Well, there was a play where a player should have caught it and did not. And so we got to throw some shade, actually, respectfully, of course, because that Darius Slayton. So we're going to throw some shade, presented by Pit Vipers, demand authority and respect, because we saw that play, that if he had caught it, the Giants get the touchdown. It's a whole different game. He drops it. 2 points there. 1, why was he so open? And 2, I know they looked it over and over again, and we analyzed the fact that, Daniel Jones is right-handed, and where the ball's, he dropped it at the end of the day. So there's both sides of it.
I don't feel like he dropped it. It's just in our day. Now, that's how we know we owe. In our day, we dive for passes. I don't see these guys diving for passes anymore. If he lays out right there, he catches that ball. But now they just want to run through all the plays. And I'm sorry, some balls can't be ran through. You got to dive for the ball. But I'm not mad at him with them kangaroo arms because they that long. I'm glad they showed themselves when they did.
Hey, look, I don't know if Darius Slayton dropped the ball. I don't know if Daniel Jones overthrew him a little bit. I've seen Darius Slayton make some really good catches, and so I know the kid can catch. I don't know if that ball got caught in the lights, but we'll take it because if he catches that football,
it's over.
I don't know what's going on because I saw Landon Collins' hands go up. I saw William Jackson's hands go up, and when you make a mistake and it ends up in 6 points and a touchdown, like that leads to confrontation.
Yeah, mental mistakes.
And William Jackson and Landon, they could much easily have a conversation on the sideline about that. Dude, man, he dropped that, man. But man, what were you doing? This is what I was doing. This is what I was thinking. That's a whole different tone if he catches that. Hey, bro, like what you doing, man? What you doing? You know, and then it's like, oh, like what's going on?
Yeah.
And so, gift and a curse. Gift for us, obviously.
And you find a lot of people don't like to sit by cornerbacks on the bench after we get burnt. Like it's like we stink all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see us always, because the camera gonna come to us. They gonna watch us get burnt, and when we come to the sideline and sit down,
watch the reaction.
The camera is still there. Nobody's around you. Not the safety, not nobody. You just there by yourself. It's a lonely situation. Don't let your son grow up to be a cornerback.
Oh Lord.
Our objective, our goal, to give you guys something to cheer for. Going into this season, we're going to need each and every one of you and all your friends that cheer for the Washington football team. We need you here.
The Players Club is presented by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been in Geico's playbook for 85 years. So what are you waiting for? Visit geico.com today and see all the ways you could save.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Kickstart your summer with a great deal on a Pilot, Accord, or HR-V only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Imagine coming home to a place where the fun never ends. A happy community set in beautiful rolling horse country, where the custom homes and villas are extraordinary, and the Jack Nicklaus signature golf course and other amenities make every day another reason to smile. Visit Creighton Farms and you'll see it's happiness on a grand scale.
Jason, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more?
Cool.
So what are you waiting for? Michaela Maroney to get your Frisbee off the roof?
I'll get it.
Whoa.
Here you go.
Thank you, Michaela.
Dude, get it. I'm not getting it. You get it. You threw it. It's your Frisbee.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
My work has been viewed by 100 million people. My work helps save lives. My work has gone platinum. My work gives people hope. I work at FedEx.
Take your career to the next level with one of our many open positions.
But let's preview the Buffalo Bills game Sunday. Obviously, coming into this season, the Bills had a lot of expectations on them, coming off of the most wins they've had in the season in 2020, dating back to actually 91, that team, that Washington football team, and Coach Gibbs defeated in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So you look at what other outsiders were putting on this team, the first 2 games, we didn't really see that expectation lived up to. You know, for Josh Allen, for Stephon Diggs, and for the Bills, it's still a talented team. This is going to be a big test coming into Sunday. First road game. So just overall looking at the matchup, what do you expect to see and what needs to happen for the Washington football team? Game 3 of the regular season to really show we belong here too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Buffalo Bills are still one of the best teams in the National Football League. I mean, you know, when you have Josh Allen at the quarterback position, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders is over there now. I mean, when you have that many weapons offensively, you're going to keep defenses and defensive coordinators up at night. And so, yes, they haven't looked great. Some of that's just ring rust, I think. But just the individual talent and just the, you know, the task at hand, you know, offensively or defensively for us, I mean, the game plan never changes, right? You got to move the quarterback off the spot. You got to get pressure on him. You would like to do that with 4, right? You would like to do that with 4 so you can have 7 back in coverage to help you cover those 5 dynamic pass catchers. And so, you know, we can sit here and talk about, you know, the game plan and how you beat them all day, but the bottom line is, like, front 4 got to go. Like, you know, if it's quick game, get your hands up. If Josh Allen is using 7-step drops, 5-step drops, you got to apply pressure. You got to use your counter moves. Something you got to work. Coverage on the back end, you got to be tighter to the receivers. Offensively, you got to move the ball. Like, this isn't a terrible Buffalo defense. I think they get overlooked because the offense is so dynamic at times, but I mean, I know the middle linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds, went to Virginia Tech. I mean, he's 6'4", 250 and runs 4.4.
Yeah.
So, you know, those matchups that you used to count on, Antonio Gibson, you know, breaking down, you know, a dude who's not as athletic as him, you don't have that now, right? And so it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a game that you're going to leave this game knowing how good the Washington football team really is, or if they're gonna fight, because Buffalo's gonna come to play, and that fan base, Bills Mafia, they still thinking about 91. So they coming.
Hey, he was right. That 12th man that they got, that Bills Mafia, it's not a table safe in the city of Buffalo right now. Like, I'm serious. And you know what? The expectations haven't been this high in Buffalo in years. So, you know, maybe they're buckling under their expectations. Maybe they're just coming out with a slow start. We don't want to be the team that they catch their groove on. That's the whole thing. And if they looking at this Daniel Jones film, they like, all right, well, Allen, you might have to run a little bit more, because the only way you slow down a rush is to start making them think. Like, when you make D-ends and D-tackles think, that ain't always a good thing for your defense. I think we need to start off fast. I think we need to get a lead, because if you don't, you can't take the crowd out of the game. If you let this crowd be a part of this game in their fourth quarter, it's going to be hard for us to dig our way out of there. The silent count won't help you. None of that won't help you.
I mean, it's going to be hard from the start of this game. Just thinking about how rambunctious those, you know, that Bills Mafia can be at times. You know, for Taylor Heineke, I don't know if he's played in a hostile environment like this ever.
Right.
And so, like, this environment's gonna be hostile as I don't know what. Yeah. And so, you know, just crowd noise, communication. Are you used to talking as opposed to giving signals? There's a lot of different intricacies, even in the back end pass coverage. Like, I'm used to talking to my DBs. Hey, man, this is what we working. This is what we doing. Da, 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 da. Now everything becomes hand movements and gestures, and you know, and some of that is how long have we played together? Do we have that communication? Can you read my body language?
Yeah.
You know, only time will tell.
Environment is a lot. Don't take no German Shepherd to the jungle. Just don't do it. He won't help you.
I don't know where you come up with these
country
country. You talk about the Bills Mafia. Obviously, D-Hall, you've had your fair share of
drama
with the Bills Mafia. Look at that 2016 with Chris Gregg, that hit on him. Before we wrap up, I just quickly have to mention that, because you know from that Twitter beef that you had with the Bills Mafia, how
they relentless. They relentless. Yes. I mean, heck, I was in one of my first games playing safety, and so I'm thinking, man, I had a great play. I'm talking about QB key, ball out, you know, and bow, break, and I go break. And he's a big dude. You know, he's a tight end, 6'4", 260. I'm, you know, 5'11"-ish, 197. And so I had to go get the legs. I had to go attack the legs. Right. And, you know, I wasn't trying to hurt him. And so, I went back at Bills Mafia like, bro, that was a legal hit. I probably didn't show as much remorse for hurting the guy, but at the time I didn't know he tore his ACL. I knew he got hurt. But Bills Mafia, y'all got me back. 3-4 weeks later, I ended up tearing my ACL, non-contact injury. But karma. Karma, but that's that was the launch angle the NFL gave me. Couldn't hit him too high, and obviously I couldn't hit him at his shoestring, so I had to kind of go in that launch angle point. And unfortunately he got hurt. He bounced back from it. I got hurt a little bit later on in the season. It's part of the game.
Football guys,
gunfighters get shot. Gunfighters get shot.
The Players Club is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington football team.
Wings, better with Pepsi.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, lease a Highlander for only $299 a month. Or buy a Highlander or Adventure Ready RAV4 and get special low APR financing for 72 months, plus $750 toward your down payment.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
I've been on my get back, cop a bag slow. You would never see that. Use the trap dough.
Hey, man, we're back.
We're back.
Hey, you got any more of those fast plays?
Tons. Check them out.
Cool.
Oh.
You know what? We're gonna need a bunch of each.
A bunch.
Hey, thanks, bud.
Thanks, bud.
Fast Play is fast fun for everyone.
My peeps, look what I got! Hey, we'll play them on the ship.
The Maryland Lottery has lots of Fast Play games, and some have a progressive jackpot.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Kickstart your summer with a great deal on a Pilot, Accord, or HR-V only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Hey Washington fans, Alex Strymel from Box is here to tell you that you don't have to wait for the big game anymore to get in on the action. With Box's free-to-play games, you can pick boxes every day and win huge prizes across all your favorite sports. All you have to do is pick a box, match your numbers, and win. So download the app now and start playing today. Games are completely free, and players can win official Washington football team merchandise and other great prizes all season long. Boxes, it's anyone's game.
Welcome back into the Players Club presented by Pepsi. D'Angelo Hall, Fred Smoot. I want to first jump into, before we even start looking at week 2 results, the week 2 penalties that we saw. The two of you guys, some would say some of the biggest trash talkers that many have may have seen. So what are your thoughts on the new taunting rule now that we've seen it play out in games? We knew this was coming, but a lot of penalties.
I hate it. I hate it with all of my heart because as a cornerback, it's nothing more fulfilling after making a play, expressing how you feel about making a play. Like, I'm gonna tell you how bad we are at cornerback. We can get beat and the dude dropped the ball and we'll still talk trash. Like, that's just what we do. And I can't wonder how you can ask a player, take your emotion out the game. Like, you can't tell them to automatically take their emotion out the game. That's a hard thing to do. And I think it's going to do like they did a lot of changes they do early in the season. It fades away as the year goes on. I think this will.
I hope so. The officials came out, or the NFL came out and said that, nah, we don't want y'all to lighten up. We love it. And for me, I'm like Fred, I hate it. Because as a dude who competed, right, me versus you, like, that's part of the battle. Is me getting up letting you know, yeah, I won. And yeah, I should have the right to get in your face, long as it's not in that type of confrontation that I'm taking it to a physical altercation. But I should absolutely be able to get in your face and say, what's up, bruh? Like, that's part of the battles with T.O. and Randy Moss and Marvin Harrison and all these gold jacket, receivers. Like, that was part of my psyche. Like, and he's like, dog, I thought you was 6'1", you 5'9", joking me, right? Like, if me at 5'9", 5'10", I'm really 5'11", guys. If me at that height
with tall shoes on,
how can I check Calvin Johnson, who's 6'5", 235? If I don't get in his face and let him know, bro, I'm here.
And every time he catch the ball, first down, spin it.
Because sometimes
right in your face.
I need that. Sometimes I need that to psych myself up.
You look at who getting the penalties, it's all DBs. All right, listen, I always tell people, don't let your daughter grow up to date a cornerback. It's just what it is. We are taught from the first time we start playing this game, we are taught to lie. You know what we lie about? We lie to ourselves, all right? I can get beat for a 99-yard. I go sit on the bench. I'm the best cornerback in the league. I have to lie to myself because I still got 4 quarters to play. Cheat. That means by any means necessary, I got to stop you from catching this ball. I might pull you sometime. I might jam you in the throat sometime. I might try anything. And stealing is what we get paid to do. We are certified cat burglars. All right, we steal more, we get paid more. So at the end of the day, if you look at who's these penalties are really going against, it's the cornerbacks.
Looking at week 2 as a whole, we saw a number of teams that came out of this 2-0. And just looking across the list, I mean, it's the Raiders, Broncos, 49ers, Rams, Cardinals, Buccaneers, Panthers, all 2-0 heading into week 3. Are there any surprises there?
I mean, San Francisco, right? They could have lost a couple times.
Doesn't matter.
I thought Philly played them great in week 1, and they almost let Detroit come back. So it's some good teams that haven't really faced opponents, and there's some teams who, could easily have lost games. You think of the Raiders, right? So
it's so shocking though. The NFL has been so East Coast heavy over the years. The West Coast has taken over. All right, the Chargers, a pretty good team. The 49ers, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Arizona Cardinals, the Seattle Seahawks.
Hey, you know what people would say? That's the AFC and the NFC West, because that's the 2 divisions
that's dominating.
That is dominating.
Like the NFC West could literally have 4 playoff
and
teams
they probably
in it.
should. If everything stopped right now, to me, they are 4 of the 6-7 best teams in the NFC.
Andy Dalton goes down. They say it's a bone bruise, and of course, Coach Matt Nagy was saying all the politically correct things of when he comes back, he'll be the starting quarterback. But it's Justin Fields' team for now.
And Matt Nagy tripping. Matt Nagy, we trying to save your job, man, but you don't seem to want to listen, okay? I'm trying to help you and Ryan Pace, but you don't seem to want to listen, man. Like, come on, for him to even, keep harping at that, like he could have easily dialed that down and kind of approached that question different. Just to have the audacity to say, I tell you what, no matter what, Andy Dalton's the guy. Like, okay, man.
But come on now, Justin Fields did not play good when he came in.
He didn't. He ain't supposed to.
But
he's not supposed to.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, I tell people that all the time. Like, when your rookie quarterback is running the scout team, he's not working on your offense at all.
Nope. He's working on whoever you playing.
Like, people in the media hear, he's gonna be running the scout team, and they're gonna run some plays that we do. No, they're not. They're gonna run the other team's offense. If that other team just so happens to run a play similar to yours, then yeah, he'll get to run it. But he's looking at a card. He's not speaking your verbiage. He's doing nothing but looking at a card. They tell him exactly where to go, like little league ball.
Yeah.
And then he just throws it. And a lot of times, if he's protecting the football, won't really throw it in tough situations. So then your defense doesn't get a chance to really work on their craft. And so
it's a lose-lose situation.
I think he needs to just go with the young guy, continue to put an offense together, and rock with him.
But I do want to get into some hot takes. Presented by Geico. Saving you money on car insurance has been in Geico's playbook for 85 years. And So what are you waiting for? You can visit geico.com today and see what you can save. Now, last show, Fred, your hot take was about the Ravens because, of course, once they had injury after injury after injury, everybody was ready to write the Ravens off. But with Lamar Jackson on the field,
I told
you can never write the Ravens off. That game, first of all, that game Sunday, that was incredible. Incredible.
He had to get that monkey off his back. Like, he had never beat Pat Mahomes. We had never beat Daniel Jones. It was a get all the monkeys off your back. Like,
from the opening minute, Honey Badger comes in, that game was phenomenal.
Hey, listen, I played against Michael Vick, who pound for pound, speed for speed, the fastest, most dangerous quarterback I've ever seen in my life. And Mike was just flat out fast. But the quickness of Lamar Jackson, he could literally tear your hamstring in a phone booth. Like, I've never, and I thought I'd never say this because I played against Vic. Like, I thought I'd never see a more weaponized quarterback in my life. Like, he can change a game. I'm talking about all four of his running backs missing, his offensive line missing, a couple of wideouts, and listen, he can change a game plan. Like, I think he's special.
Yeah, and Lamar does it so differently than any other quarterback we've really ever seen. I mean, he is a running back who can just throw the ball.
Who never get hit hard. And he never get hit hard.
His neck is so big, you know, because when you talked about explosiveness and quickness, you know, I kind of say, and I played with Mike, I say Kyler Murray from just 0 to 60. Shiftiness. Now, he ain't banging nobody like Lamar is. He ain't tough enough like Lamar is. You saw Kyler take a hit last year. He turned into a different quarterback after that. But just stop, and just wiggle and keep plays alive and just, I mean, they got that sit you down. Kyler Murray got something for sure. But back to that Chiefs game, Chiefs-Ravens. I mean, that's two damn good football teams battling. And anyone could win, anyone could lose. And so when I see that game, like, I don't think any less of Kansas City. Like, you got a dude that fumbled the football, and your defense didn't play great.
Right. So what?
And you got 2 turnovers, really one to the crib. And then I see Baltimore and the ups and downs they kind of had to deal with. And I just think they're 2 really good teams that any given Sunday, anything can happen.
So you get one line to say your hot take.
Yeah.
What is it going into week 3?
My hot take is the Bills Mafia, save all your tables. All right, don't break none, because we're going to come in there and we're going to win that game, and we coming home with a W.
That was a run-on sentence, but that was one. Go ahead, T-Hall.
I got Aaron Donald dominates the GOAT, which is Tom Brady. Rams over the Bucks.
Ooh, that's a lot. Don't y'all go to the MGM with that.
I like it. Well, thank you all for tuning in to another edition of the Players Club presented by Pepsi. As always, you can tune in every Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. across any of your local stations wherever you watch. YouTube, Washington Football Team websites, podcast platforms dropping every Friday for a new episode. And we'll always bring you more funny stories, humor, experiences, storylines, headlines, all that great stuff here on the Players Club. So for D Hall, Fred, and myself, Renee, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.